So it's Worsham, Hagan, Tasca, and Diehl. Lanes 1 through 4, left to right.
We're talking, Jeff Diehl got the new sponsorship out here from California, trying to make the entire circuit. If he gets the funding, he'll do it. But Matt Hagan, I talked with Tommy Delago. They set the national speed record. Had a pretty good tailwind down there. I asked him what he thought maybe that tailwind was worth, and he thought, probably about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles an hour, because it was pretty stout. But they were still running fast. This is a fast race car.
Oh, Matt Hagan ran the fastest speed ever in funny car history. Round 1 here, 316.15 miles an hour. That was round 1 at Gainesville.
And you got Bob Tasca and Del Worsham in the other lanes. And staging procedure here, we've heard them talk about. That's always kind of the key, trying to get this thing figured out. It's much easier for the fuel cars, because the fuel cars leave off an idle as opposed to pro stock and pro stock motorcycle. So the pro stock cars and the pro stock motorcycles, they pretty much have to wait for the last stage light. They have to watch that, where the fuel guys can kind of go, once they stage in, kind of go and focus on the tree and just leave when they see the amber.
Oh, big fire body off the top on Jeff Diehl's car. And a problem as well with Hagan.
Wow. 2
simultaneous incidents with 4 cars going down the track. Oh, we'll try to sort this out, but believe me, this is complicated.
Matt Hagan, he's getting out of the car. Looks like he's all right. That's a good thing. But boy, that was pretty wild there.
And that got everybody's attention. Matt Hagan certainly stunned by it. You saw him kneel down.
Yeah, he might have got a little bit of heat. I mean, it can definitely get swarming there. And Jeff Diehl got out of his mount and just kind of casually walked away. Still, it was a huge explosion. Now, Jeff Diehl on the left side, let's watch him early. He had all kinds of cylinders out, and then it backfired. Now, Matt Hagan, he was going much farther. His happened right down towards the finish line and almost got into Dell. Look at Dell's presence of mind. He saw him over there and moved over towards the wall to avoid that. Well, great driving job by Dell, and great by Matt to get that thing reeled back in. Wow.
I have no idea how Dell saw that at all. I think he got more pushed over.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you
look at the debris.
The one thing, and I don't know if we take another look at it, because let's watch the left side all the way over here. I mean, obviously Matt Hagan blows up when it gets to the finish line, and maybe Dell just kind of felt that the concussion, because the explosion is big. But look at Jeff Diehl's body. Since he blew up a little bit closer to the starting line, the body came out pretty much attached. Bigger explosion when you get down the finish line. The engine's up a little bit higher, so Matt Hagan really destroyed that die-hard body right there when he went through the lights. Wow.
Think about that. 2 bodies off the cars. This is Matt Hagan. He finally stands up. Remember, he looked like he was a little bit shocked with the whole thing, but now he appears to be fine. That's good news. So bodies off on 2 different cars on the same run.
That's why you double the safety as far here. Let's take a look at Bob Tasca. He goes into tire shake and just lifts, and at this point he's probably just going to watch Jeff Diehl's body get launched into the air as he's just kind of coasting. Like I said, that happened, closer to the starting line, but then take a look at the other lanes where Matt Hagan, that big explosion. Now look at it. Wow, look at the rear wheels off the ground there. That was big. And see, and when that thing came down on that right wheel, it drove the car over towards the left. Matt was really doing a job trying to hang on. Now, Dell should have been able to see him right there.
That's when Dell finally saw him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow, what a shock that would be. Look out the right window and see that.
Yeah, boy, that thing was... I mean, they're going to have to look and check that chassis out, make sure it didn't tweak the chassis the way that thing was bending around when that thing was making those moves.
I need to look at the Alanabi car, too, and see if there are any marks on it, because he may have touched him. Albeit lightly, but...
Let me tell you something. I've been involved in these situations, and the concussion from something like that'll raise the back of the car up that high, that's a serious concussion that the driver's going to feel. Look at that. Wow.
All right, let's go to Gary Gerald. He's got Del Worsham.
Oh, we're taking a look at one part of the front bodywork off Matt Hagan's car. And Del Worsham, of course, in the lane alongside. What were you aware of? What could you see, and how crazy was it?
It's a I didn't, when I crossed the finish line, hit the parachutes, everything appeared to be normal to me. And then all of a sudden I saw Hagan's car, what was left of it, kind of come up alongside of me, and I tried to pull out of the way, and I didn't want to stop because I thought he might run in the back of me. And at some point I felt him run over the parachutes or something. And so once I thought I was far enough out of the way, I pulled off the side and went back and made sure he was all right. And looks like he's okay.
Good. Thanks, Dell.
All right, thanks.
Well, as you see that thing, look how far that thing was in the air off the back. Now, like I said, I've had an explosion where it lifted the rear wheels off the ground, but nothing like that where it carried it that far past the finish line. And then look at that thing as he's trying to reel that thing back in, just go back from side to side on the wheels and tires. That was a wild ride for Matt Hagan.
Yeah, and it was dangerously close about 3 different times to actually rolling over. But the parachutes, well, they save a lot of that, don't they?
Absolutely. You get those chutes out, not only does it, scrub off a lot of speed, but it also helps to straighten that race car out. Man, body's just flying everywhere off those fuel-funded cars. That was wild.
And I hope you notice how fast the safety safari had the gate open and ready for the emergency equipment to head out onto the track. Look at the guy down there, the bottom left-hand side of your screen's already pulling the gate open, and they're still coming down the track.
Yeah, I want to watch Matt Hagan one more time. That was a look how disintegrated that body. And like I said, Jeff Diehl's happened a little bit closer to the starting line, so the concussion wasn't as big explosion. But that explosion by Matt Hagan, that's about an 11 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Not quite a Krakatoa, but it's on its way. And a lot of cleanup to do now. A lot of debris on the track, a lot of oil, obviously, and that'll take a little bit, but that's also what the NHRA does so well. They're capable of turning this around very, very quickly. So we're in the 3rd session of Funny Car, and we've had our moment, actually 2 of them, in one single run. Stay with us.